Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today I have a fantastic video in store for you. So lately we've had a lot of 2018 Silverado content and I decided that we would change it up a little bit. So my dad ordered a lot of parts for the 86 C10 and we already put them on and installed it, and I filmed it earlier. And actually my dad filmed a decent portion of it, so the camera angles may not be the best, but it still relays the message that we're looking to get. He has a lot of useful information, but I'm going to go ahead and clip on over to that right now. So enjoy.
My parts just came in for my 86 C10. I ordered a kit for the front of it. I'm putting coilovers on it, front and back. And to put the back on, I need to get the front set right. So I've ordered a QA1 kit for it for the 73 through 87 C10. And we're getting ready to open them up and see what they look like. It should be A-frames and coilovers. I'm assuming this is a box for each side, but I could be wrong on that. Well, there's the coilovers right off the rip. Part of them. So there's the shock. I'm assuming I have springs in here somewhere. Yeah, that's probably the springs for them. We'll open one up and look at it. Yep, that's what that is. So there's the spring for it, which will go over the coilover once we assemble them. And there's the other spring and shock. Tools to adjust them.
Yeah, the keys.
And this is the good part. It's like Christmas. So there's the upper A-frame. This is for the right front. Sticker goes in front. And there's the other upper. So they put both the uppers in one box. I'm gonna leave that one in there. But really nice work. All tubular. Aluminum here, lighter weight. They're all set for the front end, so when it's lowered, the tires will be straight. They won't be all kicked out and wearing the inside of the tires out. Bracketry, another one in here. That's part of the brackets to hold the top of the coilover onto the, and that's what that is. This is actually a mount that goes on the top of the frame. You take your existing mount off, bolt this on, and your coilover comes through the bottom and goes through the original spring perch for the truck. So you have to mount this on. There it is. That's the lower A-frame mount. So these bolt on right to the stock position. Same U-clamps that hold them on. The shock mounts there, and here there'll be a bump stop right there. And that's where you hook up your sway bar. And it's a lot lighter weight than what's on there right now, and a lot nicer. In the next couple days we'll be putting those on. So what it's going to replace is we'll take the upper A-frame, the shock, lower A-frame, of course we'll have to take the sway bar off, and that spring out. And then the tubular one will go on the bottom. We use the existing spindle. It's a 2.5 inch drop spindle, so we're going to keep that on there. And I can get up to 5 inches of lowering between the coilovers and the spindle, and it'll look a lot nicer than that.
Anything else?
No, that's it. That's what we're going to do eventually. Now we'll put it on there and fit everything first, so we can get the rear end set up and the 4-link, get it set to the right height. Then we'll probably blow it back apart and sandblast and paint everything before we put it back together.
All right, so that's what we're going to be working on for the next couple of days.
I think so.
All right.
All right, everybody. The other day we showed you a video of all the QA1 suspension parts that came in for my 86 square body pickup truck. And today I'm going to remove this side of the suspension and show you how it's done. We'll start out by removing the shock. I've already taken the sway bar and the cotter keys out, then I sprayed lube on all the bolts. Hopefully they'll come off. I put these spindles on in 1988, so they've been on here a while. Off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the tie rod loose, the outer tie rod. Like I said, I've already got the cotter keys out and lubricated them, so try to get that off there. This will probably fight me. It did. Joint loose from the spindle, from the A-frame, upper A-frame, and at this point I'll put a jack under it just to make sure. So that's supported. Hopefully the spring don't come out. I'm not going to reuse that brake cable, so you really shouldn't let the spindle hold all, or let that carry all the weight, but I am replacing that, so no biggie. That took a while. That was the bolt that holds the bracket on and holds the upper A-frame. That's So now we have to cut that mount off. It's got 4 pop rivets on it right here. So either use a air hammer, air chisel, or a grinder, or both. Alright, the bracket's off. Those holes. Now all I gotta do is mark it right there and cut it out. If I ever get my pen to work, I'm marking the hole where the top of the coilover has to come through and hook to here. Because right now this is the original spring perch, so it just had a little bitty hole in it. So we have to cut this out to make room for the 4-link. I'll mark it, then I'll cut it with a plasma cutter. Now, well, there it is. I took all the suspension off and upper and lower control arms, spring, shock mount, and I had to take this is the upper mount for the coilover, and to make it fit you had to cut a hole out, so I did that with my plasma cutter, and now we can bolt that on there, run the coilover up through there, hook it to the lower control arm once we get it on. Put the spindle back on it, and it's a suspension. A lot better looking than what we had. I'll go ahead and start putting the other stuff on right now. Just to give you an idea what it's going to look like. We'll set it down on the ground and compare this side to that side. This side will look better. Holes, index holes right there. And there's a pin up in here where the bolts onto the A-frame. You gotta slide it up in there. I'll get the bolts started in it. Then I'll get the nubs lined up. Right there, that's it.
So now we're gonna put the coilover on after the lower control arm.
Again. Bingo. There it is. I have to put the spindle on, the upper control arm, and the nuts on there. And tighten all that down. Not that loose or tight yet. I'm liking it though. I'm gonna have to put the jack under it and jack it up a little. Uh-oh, that ain't gonna work. Don't stop.
Why not?
Because you're picking the whole truck up.
I saw it pushing up.
Alright, go ahead.
Look, it's moving up.
Okay, go ahead. Yep, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I'm picking the whole thing up.
Okay. Get a fine thread castellated nut for this. Well, I don't know what I took off there, if it's 1/2 inch or not, off the stock ones. Yeah. And drop it. That's okay, I ain't gonna drive it like that anyway. So there it is. I'm happy. One side done. One side not done.
So that's pretty much where we left off with the video. I didn't film anything else after that because it's pretty redundant as far as the sides go. I mean, what happens to one side is going to happen to the other, so I decided not to put that in there. I'll show you the finished product, both sides of the truck done with the QA1 front end setup, and I will say it looks a lot better, and we are extremely happy with how it turned out. I'm going to go ahead and walk over to the truck, and you guys are going to go ahead and see it. Here's the side that you already saw get done. It is completely done as far as installing everything for the first try, or first time. And if we walk on over here, you can see the other side is done as well. Let's see if the camera will focus. There we go. So everything's put on, coilover, lower control arm, upper control arm, everything's done and finished with. Everything's through. It's done. And come back to the other side and you can still see that one's done too. With this done, the truck should ride a lot better, handle a lot better, and overall just be better in every single way. And we're extremely happy with it. With all that said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.